Ads are just about over, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning or happy time zone. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm sticking with the jazz for now. Let me know if the music volume is okay. Bunch of nerds. Music's on point? Okay. I'm always concerned that if it sounds like a somewhat reasonable volume to me, that means that it's way too loud for you guys. How's everybody doing today? I could have gotten a couple hours more sleep, but, you know, hashtag blame Prophet DNA and hashtag blame Chick Drummer 88 because I was this close to ending last night. And they very kindly bestowed upon me the gift of their communities, so. A smidge too loud for your taste? See, this is the problem. How come people people's perception of the music is so varied? Some people yesterday were like, I can't hear it at all. Other people were like, I can kind of hear it. It's meant to be background music. It's okay, Miro. I appreciate, you. Hello, Andy. Happy time zone. No, Ghost. You take that back. You take that back, Ghost. I've talked to Miro. Have you ever heard Miro, Ghost? Were you here when Miro and Karen and Ella took over the stream? In all honesty, they actually all have very pleasant voices. Even though Miro doesn't stream. I've jokingly said we should bully him into streaming because he has a pleasant voice. But it is definitely not loud. He's somewhat soft-spoken. Good luck. You know this. I'll bully people when I feel like what they need is, with love, when I feel like what they need is just a nudge. No, he has a pleasant speaking voice that's pretty chill.
Coco, señorita. Te tocaré la canción de mi gente. Va así.
My nudge tends to be a wrecking ball, Bama. Bama came in like a wrecking ball. Like that? Why did it sound like... Dude, have me first in the Gimme Gimmes covered that song. That would be epic. I came in like a wrecking ball. I don't know the lyrics to that song. Hold on. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted to was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Okay, that's enough of that. It's been a running joke between you, your husband, and you for over a decade. You don't get nudges either. You get the wrecking ball. No, in all honesty, if people are not interested in streaming, I respect that. It's like, again, I don't show hubs on stream. I don't try to get my husband on stream. Like some people's spouses are like, I'm not about to start streaming, but like they'll agree to, for example, be on the stream with their partner. I would never ask my husband to do that because I already know that it would make him supremely uncomfortable. But yeah. And it's not that he's like in one-on-one interactions, he's just fine. When you started streaming, your husband wasn't really interested in it. Now he has his own. Yeah, everybody's different. Hello, DJ Teacup. Some people are over the top comfortable in front of an audience, which is like almost weird, right? You're like, what's wrong with this person? They're never not on. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. It can be hard for people sometimes to be around someone like me who's like never not on. But I won't apologize for like who I am, you know? I quit doing that right around about 16 years old. I just stopped caring whether or not someone liked me as much. I still care about that, like most humans do, in a sense, right? Meaning that I want people to feel like I'm not a jerk. And sometimes I screw up and I do or say things that are inappropriate, like everyone. But one thing I stopped worrying about was fitting in. Because it was never going to happen. You know, it's like, why fight against this ineffable tide? So yes, I come in like a wrecking ball myself. And there are times when it's appropriate to try and at least rein that in somewhat, right? Like, I shouldn't show up to, like, my kid's band concert and, like, snatch an instrument out of someone else's hand and get up on stage and do a solo. That would be inappropriate. You know, unless it's in a fictionalized version of life, then it might be hilarious. Or if they asked me to do it, that would be super funny. Right. It would be mega cringe. Am I comfortable doing bombastic stuff like that? Slowly puts away sheet music. Sure. But that's stealing the spotlight from another person or people. And it's just not a good look. I've actually been trying to work with my students on, hey, how do we give each other the respect of, for example, if we're doing an exercise and there's 2 people up there and you're over here and you have a video playing on your phone with sound coming from it, why are you in here? This is 100% completely optional. You don't need to be here. This is extracurricular to the extreme. It's an after-school program. It's not part of your academic progress. I love being here. I think it has educational value. I want you here. But if you're going to sit there on your phone while we're in here, it's so hard. Phones are such a huge part of school now, especially with the age range that I'm teaching. My kids have phones, but they're locked. So when we start up, we have a thing where they're supposed to say, and we joke about it. Bro, I'm like, not talking about that. we do like this whole call and response thing to try and establish rules for the group. And two of the things we say are phones belong, and then they're supposed to say, put away. Gum goes in the trash, right? Because you're not supposed to have stuff in your mouth when you're doing theater junk. And so as a joke, a lot of times we end up saying, gum belongs, put away. Phones belong in the trash. And I almost wish I could just make them check them in somewhere. But they do need to be able to be gotten a hold of by parents if someone needs to come and pick them up early or whatever. I can't take their phones from them. I mean, I could, probably. You can, Ghost, but if you're learning to use your voice as an itch, I realize you're just being facetious. But like, if this is the other thing, some of them will be like, I don't want to do stretches, and I'm like, you know how I get all feisty about the water thing in here? I'll be like, okay, it's fine if you want to express a little bit of that you don't want to do it, but like, just do it. If something is uncomfortable for you right now, I'll ask that you do your best to try it. But like, if it's just because you're like, I'm tired, okay, then you should have skipped drama club today and gone home and taken a nap to get the rest that you need. If you're truly that exhausted, then I don't want you in here for your own good. I get all feisty about everything, yeah. And I don't know, I've been doing some thinking lately about how the role that I play there with them, no pun intended, is to also, again, sort of reinforce this idea of self-discipline, and that having so one thing they pushed back against when I first, when I started this school year, was having a sign-in sheet. And I was like, this is actually extremely important. And for reasons that I don't want to get into right now because they're scary. Please just do it. I don't care that you're teenagers and you're older kids. This is a way that I can let people know who was here in case we need to figure that out for some reason. Please just sign the sheet. And they're just like, whatever, we're invincible. But I love them, and they're a good group of kids. Ugh, whatever. They don't say whatever anymore. They say bruh. I think even my kids are too old for bruh. Bruh is cringe. Bruh. I should make them sing an entire song with just bruh as the lyrics. I should make them do like bra 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 bra. Bra 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 bra. Bruh, 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 bruh. Yes, Hollow the Mountain, bruh. That song is really hard to play on certain instruments, including the bassoon, which is like, has like a solo of it in there. And of course, when I was like, okay, I've had it with orchestra, and I took up bassoon, and then they made me play in symphonic orchestra. And my former orchestra director from when I played violin was all, oh, you want to play the bassoon now, and you abandoned me to go play Flute is No Picnic? Yeah. You abandoned me to go play bassoon in band. So guess what? You abandoned me. that he made me play in the Hall of the Mountain King, and I was like, what? It has chromatic scales, which are not easy to play on bassoon. How to ban a streamer from their own channel. Jedi Mama, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Relatively, you're okay. Doctor put you on mandatory bed rest. For why? Tried to do too much and burn out to the point of physically ill. Oh, Jedi Mama. It's tough. Look, parenting and taking care of a household is hard enough. And then if you're trying to do a bunch of other stuff on top of that, it can get to be too much rather quickly. I'm slowly but surely getting my kids a little bit better equipped to take care of certain chores without needing supervision, which is a very hard process, but like it's such a huge help to me and to future them. Like, I'm not just trying to be mean, you know. Hi, Coravera, how are you? I'm here again. Is that how you are? The kids help out a lot. That's good. Is this like, are you having to work a bunch or something? You know, or like, for example, sometimes, as adults in their like 40s, 50s, you have aging parents you have to take care of on top of your own family obligations or working, whether that includes children or not. It's, you know, and it's stressful trying to take care of aging family members. Been trying to raise $1,500 for the Princess Margaret Walk to end cancer, full on launching the crochet stuff with your business partner, raising the kids, taking care of the house, all while dealing with quitting smoking. Oh my. First of all, dude, Jedi Mama, can we get any kind of congrats emotes or love and hugs and all this stuff for Jedi Mama? Quitting smoking is hard. Love, it's really hard. I'm so glad you're doing that. I know it's hard. I grew up with parents that smoked. I smoked myself for a while. Who even knows why? I don't think I really enjoyed it. There were times when I'd be like, this is where it's at. Like in one moment, I'd be like, this is where it's at. But a lot of the time, it just felt like I was doing it out of habit. And it's just not good for you. We all know this. I'm not trying to pick on anybody in here. I just think we all know that it's not good for you. And so I'm super glad you're making that choice. You have to do the not smoking thing differently because apparently withdrawal, yes. My mom, when she went to the doctor when she was pregnant with me, the doctor actually told her, don't just quit. You should quit smoking, but don't just quit cold turkey. Wean yourself off. Okay, good. Do what you got to do, Jedi Mama. Do what you got to do. And just understand. Is this the first time you've tried to quit? I don't mean to pry. And if you're not comfortable answering these questions, that's okay. It's really hard. You have all my love. I had a very hard time setting aside alcohol. Smoking wasn't terribly I quit once smoking and then I went back to it. And then I had kids and I was like, oh, I'm done. No, you had quit for about a year. Okay, then you know you can do it. And I was kind of in the same boat where I quit and then I went back to it and I was in like a really not so great place, self-destructive for a long time. And I quit when I got pregnant with Henry. And there was the occasional, oh, I'm going to have one because I'm at the bar or something like that. But I was able to successfully quit that fairly easily. But my husband had to try to quit for he had to try to quit like 4 or 5 times. And my mom, I don't know, probably 6 to 10 times at least. And so it is very difficult, but just keep trying. Anyone out there, if you want to quit and you're struggling with it, just keep trying, because a lot of people, it takes many attempts before they finally quit. I know, and a lot of people, stress is a huge trigger for them when it comes to that. So don't beat up on yourself about it, Jedi Mama. Don't beat up on yourself. Be kind to yourself, friend. Doctor to you can't quit quitting. Yeah. Lots of people love you and want to see you healthy, so just remember that. Don't feel guilty if you slip up, or I should say, if you slip up, try not to allow yourself to spend too much time feeling guilty. She's not wrong, yeah. Hey, I'm proud of you. Awesome. And that's a good example you're setting for your kids. If you are, trying to make better choices for yourself. Oldest would rather you not vape at all until you explain why the vape was needed. Yeah. If it's a stepping stone for people to try and eliminate their use of tobacco, I can understand it. Yeah. But it's not like, okay, I shouldn't smoke, so I'll just vape instead. I don't know. I do understand. For some folks, it's like, well, for me, I have a hard time. I'm like hopelessly addicted to coffee. But like, if it really came down to it, I don't think of coffee and cigarettes or smoking tobacco products as quite the same in terms of their health impact. Absolutely nothing wrong with tripping and falling. It's the part where you need to pick yourselves up that matters and is really hard. Yeah. Upside is you've already seen a change in how many times. Good. Good. Something that really helped a friend of mine who struggled heavily with quitting smoking was he actually sat and figured out, what was I spending on average on this habit? On top of how bad it is for you, it costs money. Right? And he would take that amount and take a percentage of it. And every so often he would that would be an allowance he would get to spend on himself on something fun and healthy and not cigarettes. He'd take himself out to lunch, or he'd go to a movie, or he would buy a thing that he wanted. And he'd say, I would have spent this on cigarettes, but I have that money. Now I have more funds for these other things that are healthier. There's one thing I'm not considering though. With ciggies, it was 10 times. Did you really just redeem a second? Zunder now is sitting on 2 shout out commands in my queue, and you'll do it again? Twitch is hands down your most expensive hobby. Oh no. The money you're saving per month is going into a TFSA for you to throw at debt when you're... There you go. Good. I'm glad you have a plan for that too, because that's huge, right? That's an important factor to consider for a lot of folks, and it's... Joke's on you. Both are in your DMs. Okay, well, why is that a joke on me? Good. Now, I'm just going to have to wait one more day because I actually gave you a grace period, friend. It's been 8 days since you redeemed that, and my policy, Zunder, is that if you redeem that and it's been 7 days, I clear it from my queue because I don't want to look at it anymore. Because I don't clear it from my queue until I've programmed it in. Yeah, honey. Okay. Okay. I love you too. Have a good day. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yes. It says that in the redeem for the first one. But like, why? I should have just rejected it immediately. I should have been like, nope. Rejected and refunded. Get wrecked, nerd. You're not the only one, and it's why I had to develop a policy. I know it's not intentional. I get it. And people see that it's available and they go, ooh, I get to press the big button. But like, I want to take care of it for you. So when people redeem it and then don't send me their files, it honestly puts me in a position of having to chase them down to complete the task. And I'm not really picking on you, Zundi. But I got a lot of stuff going on and I want to take care of your thing. And I struggle to keep track of all of my different 900,000 things I need to be doing at any given moment. By watching the 9.5 show and redeeming channel rewards, you agree to be bound by the end viewer license agreement. The Evla? All right, what did you send me? Here, let's stop everything to look at...
Ice Bear needs stream fridge.
Oh my god. So loud. Discord.
Personal space.
Why wouldn't you... Discord, why wouldn't you...
Ice Bear needs stream fridge and personal space. Ice Bear would rather check out meat convention.
I figured it was probably Ice Bear related. Sup, Mars? Ding dong indeed. Ooh, yummy. Hey, that's so awesome. Kudos to your 16-year-old taking care of mama like that. We love that. We love to see it. We love to see it. Go enjoy your noms. GG's. Human on the cusp of adulthood. Those people are crazy. I'm so pleased, though. We had conversations last night with some of Henry's teachers, and they actually went quite a bit better than I might have expected, with them commenting that this quarter he really seems to have decided he's going to stay on top of his schoolwork. I love this kid so much. I worry, you know, because I'm his mom. You want ramen now? Me too. And he is, you know, they all say similar things, like to this extent, or to this. What? Yeah, okay. I love you. Have a good day. To the effect of this. He is super bright. And he's a really great kid, but he has issues controlling his behavior sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, it's something we've been working on for a long time, but he is getting better over time. And so, you know, I've told him over and over again, I've said, hey, when we bring this stuff up to you, it's not anyone trying to like crush you or put you down. Okay. We just want to help you so that you can get the most out of your education and have good friendships and have a good adult life. And if we don't help you work on it now, we're failing at our job. I'm gonna need another cup of coffee for sure here in a bit. I tried to start up Words on Stream before stream. I was like, oh, maybe I'll throw some Words on Stream up. And I couldn't get it to work on the Captain Hub. So royal. So royal, I resisted the temptation. I almost did it. I gotta say, I got to the checkout, so royal. I had like a bunch of that marshmallow worsted in a cart. No, like after I told you that I resisted, I went back. The FOMO. Oh yeah, I said this in Jang's chat last night. I'm all FOMO plus YOLO equals oh no. Hello, Carly Knight. So royal. I was totally going to make it into a t-shirt, put it on the fourth wall. Are you reading my mind right now? So royal, it's very crowded in there. Miro's in there, Chimera, Puffles, Ella. Do I need to just give you a sword? It's because I'm an open book. I'm easy to I don't keep things to myself. So anyway, their shipping is a little hefty. I get it. I do. I understand. They're trying to encourage, you know, let's do the thing. Put a bunch of stuff in your cart. Order from us like, you know, every 3 months when you need more yarn to dye. Give me a sword, you coward. Do not. Zunder giving us a prime example of what not to do in someone else's channel. And to that end, I actually made a command, and I think it's maybe time for us to start having a bit of conversations about this, because I feel like, Zunder, you know you're fine and I love you, but it just made me think of it. There's been the occasion recently where I've seen it in here as well as elsewhere of people maybe pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable etiquette in someone else's channel. And I hate to rein things in and be like, you know, I'm not about to like be super hardcore, absolutely zero self-promotion, don't talk about your own content at all. Just suffice it to say, I feel like there's maybe just a little bit too much room for interpretation around here, because I like being relaxed. But what I've realized is that's giving some people the idea that it's okay to do things like come in and tell me that you're live currently. I feel like it should be pretty obvious to most people that that's not acceptable. A lot of times I'll just choose not to read those messages. But it's not okay. It's actually insanely rude. And if it happens in the future, I'm going to say something about it and your message might be deleted, or you could be timed out. And if you don't stop, we might have to just part ways, because it's just not okay. Most people have self-promotion channels in their Discord. We even give you a live role that pushes you to the top of the server so people can see that you're live. I feel like I do a lot to try and promote other people. I've worked super hard on this channel and I love helping others, but it feels like you're being taken advantage of when someone just comes in and says, yeah, well, I'm live right now, or I'm leaving to stream, or like fill in the blank. And I've said this so many times now, I feel like it should be clear. To me, that feels like you might be fishing for a raid. I'm not going to assume that that's exactly why you would say something like that, but it's going to feel that way to me. And I don't like that. I'll just be 100% crystal clear. It makes me uncomfortable. And that is all I'm going to say on that topic right now, because I just feel like, again, maybe I'm being too nice. Maybe I'm not telling people exactly what I feel or how I think or what I feel is acceptable for this channel. And I love being supportive of my other makers and crafting friends. And I feel like I try the best I can to do that. So I think it's like the general rule is, unless someone else brings up the fact that you stream, you should keep it to yourself. And I do ask people all the time, new people. I say, hey, how are your streams going? When are you live next? Wait for the invitation to talk about it. Because otherwise it just starts to feel like people are abusing your niceness. They're abusing the situation for their own gain. Hello, Pix, I love you. And so many of us really do. We like, speaking of, we want to see people succeed so hard that we will stop everything we're doing, like Pix will do, and we'll say, hey, oh my gosh, this person is like however many follows away from this particular number. They need affiliate. They're almost to 1,000, etc. Give us control over when and how that happens. And on your channel, you do what you want. But it's just disrespectful and rude to do stuff like come in when you're live and announce that fact. Raid someone and stay live after you've raided. Say you're leaving to stream. Like, I don't want to have to tell people that you can't talk about your content at all in order to make sure that this is clear. Please don't make me do that. Yeah, and when someone's in the middle of celebrating something on their stream, coming in and unloading something negative is also extremely rude and inappropriate. Even if, you know, it is something you're really struggling with at that moment. That's okay. And many of us have channels in our Discord where you are welcome to go in and say, I'm having a hard time right now. I'm really struggling with this or that or the other thing. You know, if somebody comes in and is celebrating the fact that they're like, just an example, that they're planning for a really special occasion that is meaningful to them and happy and positive. And if you come right after that and you say something basically that implies that that stuff never happens for you, or, you know, I understand. And those are very real and very valid feelings. Robbing someone else of the joy of sharing their positive moment with their community, online communities, by diverting the attention back to yourself. It's really frustrating because that person is then sometimes going to feel guilty and like, oh no, I brought up something that's hard for somebody else. I shouldn't talk about my, why? Please don't do that to people. Allow them to have their happy moment. And if you're struggling with it, it's not like, well, don't ever talk about it. It's more like, hey, find the appropriate place and timing and, you know, It's like, I know it might not be intentional, but it just feels like you're just saying, I just want to suck all that attention back onto myself. And another thing that I would like to mention while we're on the topic, if a broadcaster sees a person in their channel and they get excited about that person being there, it's not a slight to anyone else. Again, don't react to someone's happiness at seeing a friend of theirs in their chat, a chatter they are excited to see, particularly like, for example, let's say that somebody hasn't been to the channel in a while because life has been busy for them and they pop in and we get really excited. Just because we didn't react to your name showing up in the chat that way, it is not an affront to you. I promise. Taking it personally like that, again, indicates that maybe there's some stuff that you need to work on. And I know it can be really hard. And I try so hard to be patient and understanding and to give people room to express when things aren't going so hot for them. Sometimes I don't even see people's messages and I'm not ignoring you on purpose to like make you feel bad. I promise. For the most part. Sometimes I do choose to ignore messages when I feel like it's not good to feed that energy. Right? But so then you need to respect that choice as well. We get to choose what we read out loud and what we don't. There's not a day that has gone by without 9. Oh. I am speaking up about this on behalf of all of my content creator friends. It doesn't feel good to feel like someone's just using you. And when I first started out streaming, I'm telling you, there were people whose chats I came to for months before they knew that I streamed. I kept my mouth shut about it. I figured they'd either find out or they wouldn't. And there are ways to let people know that you stream that don't drag the attention to you while they're live and creating their content. This is the analogy I use. When you walk into a concert and you take your seat, would you ever dream in a million years of like in the middle of someone else's performance, holding up a sign that says, okay, well, I gotta go from this concert because I'm playing music down the hall. That's kind of what you're doing when you announce that you're leaving to stream. Or that you're currently live. I don't understand it. What are you doing in here if you're live? The only people I do that to are like, maybe like mocos where I don't go in there and say, hello, I'm live. I go in there and I'll be like, I love you guys. And they know I'm live, but I don't say I'm live. And I know they're live. And I'll tell you to go over there and follow them a gazillion times. Pics. You be quiet. I will. I'll do it. Hey, I'm going to throw together that social media stuff this afternoon for our stream on Sunday. Pix and I are streaming together on Sunday, you guys, at noon Eastern. You're going to come on. I'll probably be live for a little while before that. You're live in your living room performing silly voices for Loaf. I love you, Zendi. Please don't force me to have a strict policy about this. I'm begging you guys. And that's a general statement, but there have been incidents recently here and in other channels where I feel like people are they are overstepping and it's not cool. Take it easy. I know how hard it can be when you're working really hard on something and you just really deeply desire for other people to see it. So we made this command, and if any of you have never read this, I highly recommend you look it over. Even experienced broadcasters, if you've never seen this article, please read it and stop to consider, just think about the things that are written in there. You should do what you feel is right for your channel. You know, there's the whole, it's a free country, I can say what I want mentality. Well, you're not free from the consequences of your actions or your words. And if you come in, if you come into some places and you do that stuff, you're just going to get banned. So I'm just kind of trying to take this as like a teaching moment and help people understand this is how you make genuine connections with people and you don't step on toes. And then you have people who are like in your corner, like Pix is in mine and like I'm in his, because I know that he genuinely, and so many other people in here, I'm just using Pix as an example, but you know, I saw your message. I didn't read it out loud because I'm like, oh, he's talking about me like all nice and stuff. But I should read it because I appreciate the words that you put in this message. We are here to celebrate women, content creators, and lift up women on this platform. We happen to be at 9 on the Twitch Women's Guild raid train after what has been an incredible push for women. Let's focus on that and not detract from the point of it. We want to see everybody succeed. I'm out here talking when we're on front page a lot of times about how we want to make men feel comfortable crafting and not feel like there's stigma attached to it. So like, yes, I have these opportunities through the Women's Guild and I love it. But I'm going to stick up for my male crocheter and cross stitch and all those friends and make sure that they don't feel like, oh, I don't know if I should try this stuff on stream. Maybe I'm going to get harassed. If that happens and we're in there, we will shut them down so hard for you and so fast. It's not cool. It's the most ridiculous thing to give somebody a hard time about what they enjoy when they're not hurting anybody else and they're having a good time and they're doing something that's healthy and positive for them. So we won't tolerate that nonsense. We don't get that kind of stuff in here, but I'm telling you, if I see it somewhere else, I'm not going to let it slide either. You've been harassed to do it. Yeah, exactly. We want to go the opposite direction. I super appreciate people's cooperation with this stuff. You know, content creation is a constant journey, and it's always evolving, right? So just bear in mind, like, while there might be individual instances that inspire people to talk this way, I would encourage you not to like overanalyze whether or not you were the reason why they brought it up and just go, okay, duly noted. Please try not to take things too personally all the time. I do understand it can be hard. I've wondered it before when someone has, you know, had like a real talk time moment like we just had. Oh my gosh, did I do something that upset them? Chances are, if it really is a problem, someone will probably like, you know, reach out and say something to you. But you know, if it inspires you to have a moment of self-reflection and to examine the reasons behind some of your behaviors, there's nothing wrong with that. And just proceed, you know, take that information in and work it into what you do. And how you interact. Karen's here. Hide your facial hair. I love you, Karen. I'm gonna use Pix. Get in line. Hubby was willing to learn to knit for apocalypse survival. Then he realized how long it would take and decided that he would die. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ayo. That he would die of hypothermia before he got the sweater knit. I just imagine your husband just wrapping the yarn around his body. Like he's a giant yarn cone. Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? Again, I think so. Some of why in Makers and Crafting we are less strict about these rules is because we enjoy helping each other so much. But I just don't want to see it devolve into a thing where people think that, like, for example, that, you know, if I maybe I haven't properly considered my role as a person who, I don't even want to say this out loud. A person who inspires other people. There is, like, you know, there's responsibility. And it took a long time for me to get here, you guys. And I understand it is really difficult. No, but it's true. And it's something you should think about, because if things do begin to pick up for you and your channel and your brand, that word also kind of makes me a little uncomfy sometimes. Concept, I don't know. Your online persona and identity and what you stand for. I think that even though brand typically implies money being spent, which is why it's like kind of a little funky for me, because I'm like, yeah, if you want to support it, that's great. But really, I am here to build community. So it's important that we make sure people understand this stuff. And that it's not usually coming from a place for a lot of people of, see, like what happened when I first started was there was a lot of conversations that came up about people getting really upset whenever someone would even casually mention broadcasting or streaming. But the problem is when there's wiggle room, there are people who are going to abuse it. Which sucks for the rest of us. Like I said, when in doubt, leave it out. Just don't. And, you know, you won't be stepping on somebody's toes unintentionally. Sunday. Like, then you have to think, like, why are you in there? Is it just to talk about yourself? You have this a lot in your scene. DJs look at streamers as fake DJs because there's so many DJs who do this for money, while the real ones just want to have fun while streaming. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a whole separate, you know, to me, that's also like kind of a whole separate thing where, again, I've said this before and I will reiterate it. There is no one correct path for any creative discipline, including streaming. And we love you for it, Zundi. If there was just a badge for that instead of moderator, I mean, you got the pink diamond, which is kind of what that means. That was a close one. Starts box fights. Oh my God. I appreciate you all spending your time in here. I want you to feel good about being in here. I realize that, you know, you all often are here because you are also creatives who have... Wait, what did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Who have your own projects you're super excited about, and that's awesome. And I want to know what's going on. But I can't possibly spend every second of what I do. You know? There's only so much that you have to give, honestly. And you start to feel stretched, and I don't want to feel that because I don't want to burn out. I had a lot of fun, though, reading Heaven's Last night, okay? So Heaven's Last was crocheting Pokeballs. I was like, let's go over there. And it was great. And it's been awesome reading a couple times a day when we've been live at night, because I've felt comfortable raiding into the women's raid train, which is still happening. And I looked at it this morning, and I don't know if they're still live, but it was Phaedron was streaming. No, it's actually Gray Overcast Art now, which is so awesome. So here, I would love for any and all of you that are here, if you're not already following Gray, Gray is an awesome artist who is participating in, this is a Team Moco. This is Moco Loco. Gray Overcast Art. Please go follow Gray Overcast Art. Don't go in there and talk about me and that I'm live. That's the etiquette. Don't go in there and talk about that. Just go over and follow and say hi. Thank you, Carly. I see you over there following. Don't. Gray's going to see that I shouted. You know, like, but you don't have to go in there, chat, and say it. You know, I'm just thrilled to be part of such an awesome group as Moko and also Women's Guild. So, like, show them some love. I kind of wish... I've thought about turning off the thing that shows me that people are in my, like, filtering out shout outs because, you know, it just, I'm not trying to draw attention to myself, and I don't really need to know if someone else shouted me out, like, while I'm live. It's very kind of people to do it. But it can feel like an attention grab sometimes too. Oops, wrong window. You nerd. So I'm getting excited because we're gonna finish the cross-stitch design. Thank you so much, Pix. I am so thankful for your help, your friendship. Dude, Pix, I'm not kidding. You had me howling. You had me howling while you were playing that game. I can't even say the things you were saying either. It's so unfair. Use me. Are we, did you mention, is it noon? Thank you, Miro. Ads are starting soon. You might get a 3-minute block of ads. I do them in blocks. You know, I might need to step away and make that coffee. Yes, Hypno Danger Noodle. It's just a one big ball fest around here. Pics. Throws smoke bomb. Runs away cackling. I love you. Hi. Dueling needles. Hi-lo. How do I get a ball? So many people are like, I want to buy your balls. How much for your balls? And I'm like, these balls are not for sale. These specific balls. So here, this is what I did. Okay, dueling needles, and I'm thinking about doing it again. Oops, I did it again. I made some more balls. One time I was at the restaurant I worked at, and I just was feeling feisty for whatever reason, and I walked up to the wait station. I was waiting for my cocktails to come up, and I just looked right at the bartender. Ooh, 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 ayo. I just looked right at the bartender, like, while there's people sitting right at the bar, and I'm standing there waiting for my drinks, and I'm like, I make eye contact, and it's like the very beginning of my shift, and I hadn't even said hi to the bartender yet, and I'm all, oops, I did it again. I showed up to work. And the people sitting at the bar just started busting up, and I was like, hello, I'll be here all night. This is how I know I really should have quit serving a long time before that, too, because I just couldn't help myself after a while, and it was just a floor show with me every night. I was like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just here to perform and then also maybe bring people drinks and food. It was bursting forth from me uncontrollably. I had tables who were like, you need a podcast. In the nicest way possible. Lady, shut up. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, hey guys. Can I get you something to drink? Yeah. Some people really loved me and would ask for me. They were like, that's the server we want. She's a blast. I'd be like, that's right. But sometimes people want, and I did know how to like dial it back, but it'd be hard if two tables were sitting next to each other and they wanted the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of their experience. Right. And that's what some people want. But the problem is, as a server, this is the same. It's the read the room, read the table. You have to read your tables. And there would be times that it would sometimes be difficult for me to switch gears between the table that wants the party next door and the table that's like, we hate people. We just like the food in here. Lady, shut up and bring us our food. And it's not personal. You got to try not to take it that way. It's more like this is not the experience we're looking for in here. But we were like what I would call upscale casual, so that's also a little bit tough sometimes. I had a lot easier time reining that in, the over the top entertainer mode. I had a lot easier time reining that in at a fine dining place. Wow, Lotus. I'm sorry. I don't mean to monopolize your consciousness. So yeah, I'm just going to say to you crocheters out there, this yarn that I just bought recently and have been using for these ornaments. Am I overstuffing here? I see a tiny little hole right here. I almost think I could go down to a 2.0 millimeter hook with this. This particular brand is, and I'm not affiliated or anything, Sarasota from Cascade Yarns. So if you live in the States, this might be a bit easier for you to get a hold of. They don't have an insane amount of colors, but it's fairly affordable. It's $7 for... So again, bear in mind, this is a lot of yardage. It's $7 for 100 grams, but that also equals 314 yards. The recommended hook size for this particular yarn, which is a lightweight category 3 yarn, the recommended hook size is 4.5 millimeter hook. It says 17 single crochets over 4 inches square equals 17 single crochets with a 4.5 millimeter hook equals 4 inches. For knitters, this would be a 3.75 millimeter recommended knitting needle, a US 5. The issue I'm having is no one retailer that carries this yarn seems to have all of the colors that are available. So I ordered this through yarn.com. There's a tiny bit of it available on Amazon. I'm going to step away and make coffee. You guys want to play some words? I know we had an ad break and I should have gone when that started, but I don't know. This way nobody gets ads if they're trying to play words on stream. What is wrong with words on stream and why is it not working out of the Captain Hub? I like having it as this separate window and not doing it as a browser source. Oh, do. I mean, who knows? It could be any number of things. Because, like, Words on Stream is from... What's the name of the studio that does... On Ryzen. O-N-R-I-Z-O-N-T. On Ryzen. On Ryzen. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. For streamers... Ooh, play locally on Fire TV? Can you, like, play this, like, with, like, party guests? And they just use their phone? Huh. Party mode. Could we play Words on Stream on live space with party mode? I never thought of that. Anyway, let me get this set up for y'all because I'm going to have to do the browser source dealio. Oh, I do. I do owe a poll for that. Thank you for reminding me. Onesie. Dueling needles. Paging dueling needles. I did. I already signed it. Onesie poll. Onesie poll in the chat. Triceratops is an option. I just know you love the onesie as dueling needles. I didn't want you to miss out on voting in the poll. The Triceratops one has not yet been worn. Not that it's like me trying to influence you. I'm just saying. Okay. Just trying to get this set up here. Oh, good. It's working. Ooh, somebody really wants me to try on the Triceratops onesie. Vote in the poll. There's probably about 1.5 minutes left in the poll at the top of chat. Yes, you may influence this poll using your channel points. If you've never played Words on Stream before, it is a really fun game. Don't let it stress you, please. It's a team effort. Okay, and I'm that person that's gonna see that longest word. Okay, Zundi. Enjoy your noms, friend. Get your stuff done. That's gonna see that longest word and not be able to resist putting it in the chat. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me when I take breaks to do things like make coffee, take care of my pets, take care of my kids. I said this last night. I'll say it again. I'm not sure how else I would have been able to make a return to creative pursuits, let alone finally be able to pursue it as a profession if it weren't for you guys. And I love you, and I thank you just for being in here always. Thank you for helping me make my harebrained 13-year-old dreams come true. When I realized, finally, because I kind of knew it already even before then, but when I first got on stage as a 13-year-old and had an audience in uproarious laughter, I realized, I was like, this has been my fate all along. And I love this, and I want to do it forever. And when you know something like that deep in your heart, Triceratops wins. Thank you guys for voting in the poll. It's a scary feeling because, you know, then you got to do it. You got to do the thing. But it's also really awesome. So thanks for being there for me. And I do. I really feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. Have fun with the word game. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm watching you guys. Watching. Teal! Teal, I just got back from making coffee. I see you. Teal! 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 I got... No, Connor! You will not hide. Coffee! Oh, God. Teal, we don't stab duders in here anymore. I'm sorry to share that sad news with you. No more stabbing duders. Connor, I love you. Please shout out for the only deaf guy, please. And thank you. Connor, you will not hide in here. Teal. It was awesome to see you on TikTok. Did you guys know I snuck onto TikTok and did a TikTok live and we got kicked off because my kid put a rubber chicken in front of the camera? I'm pretty sure. That their, like, video scan bots thought it was something else. I'll let you think about that for a second. While I find the perfect sound for it.
Oh my.
You're on staycation this week. A friend had a bad day, so she picked you up and you got to go margaritas and then walk to Lowe's to do some plant shopping. Good for you. I mean, it's also Taco Tuesday. Did you get a taco with those margaritas or were they a la carte? Don't forget to eat, Teal. Yo, you're gonna get a taco later. Let's go. I love tacos. Don't you tell me smart things to do. Teal, I love you. Teal, I just want you to know, I do. I live vicariously through people like you. I love you, and I'm happy you're in here. You actually do, real talk, want a burrito right now. What's everybody's favorite burrito? Which is totally not going to be hard for me to read while everyone's guessing words and words on stream at level 25. I just got deeps. Oh, yeah, baby. Al pastor is good. Pork and pineapple. Okay. I would try that and not have as much of an aversion to it, probably. Oh. Escape is the longest word. Escape is going to be up there. Cape. Capes. And nope. You guys, that was a good effort. GG's everyone. Thank you. Oh, I know my own commands. Thanks, you guys. I love this game. Do we want to play another round? Words on stream, friends. I'm fine with it if you want to play another round. You like chili relleno burritos. Do we go again? Are you just getting started? Is there music? Oh yeah, I can see it. I just don't hear it because I haven't put my headphones on. One more, says Connor. You heard him. Wee Chef. I'm good, Bells. How are you doing? Cornet Lars, if you're still in here, thank you for following while I was away making coffee. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. No! If you are a tryhard in this game, the mirror link is pinned to the top of chat. Yeah, heard, Chef. You have to get a burrito and tell us about it? Yeah, Teal, you have to get a burrito and tell us about it. Or are you talking to me, Upcycly? You talking to me? You guys are jerks. I might have to order a burrito. Well, you came in here and started talking about margaritas and, like, you know, margaritas and tacos and burritos, they definitely go together, so. YOLO. What did we say earlier, chat? YOLO plus FOMO equals oh no. I'm happy to see you. Do you have any plans to come and stream over here anytime soon? If not, that's totally cool, and I'm just happy you're here, but I love you. And if you do, I would love to give you a shout out. You do? Let's heckin' go. Please give our friend Teal Appeal a follow. Super entertaining. 18 and over stream. Definitely, I should mention that. You rearrange your studio, and now your husband needs to fix your big dumb light. Because it makes you look so old right now. Do you need a fill light? Do you need a key light? Teal, do you need a key light? Is all the light coming from the top and casting shadows on your face? I have one right here, and it points at me instead of down from the ceiling. And you can find off-brand ones that aren't as spendy, but the Elgato ones are pretty handy. And if you have a Stream Deck, it will automatically, you can just like download stuff for your Stream Deck and it'll just control it like right away. I used to have two really big, huge box lights with diffusers down here that were plugged in. Like I had to like get on the floor and like plug them in. Ugh. My stream setup has evolved so much over time. You could say I've finessed it. Enjoy your nom spells. Are we making everybody hungry with all this talk of burritos? Burritos. I love burritos. How the heck did I get that so fast? I have the mirror link in front of me with like 0 delay, Connor. You posted a pic of your big dumb light. I love you, Teal. Is it in pics or it didn't happen? Okay. And you have a diffuser on it, which is good, but it's hanging from the ceiling. If your only lighting is from the ceiling, let me show you what happens when I turn off all the other lights in here and it's just the ceiling light. I mean, I also have this fancy DSLR, but like, see how there's a ton of shadows on my face? There's light coming from this window, but you see how like, and you can see a little, it like, it's gonna, you know? So this is the key light, and I can turn this on and control the brightness right here in a Stream Deck. And I can make it real bright. That's too bright. If it was facing directly, it's off to the side for reasons. If it was facing directly at me, it would help with some of that. But so what they recommend is that you have fill light that comes from the top, and lights that are pointed at you, whether it's 1 or 2, whether they're off to the side or closer to like face on, head on. And then I also have this project light overhead, very bright light straight down onto my work surface. So like that's overkill now, right? So I turn that way down, but it helps eliminate some of the shadows and stuff. Whoops, wrong button. Getting brighter. 9, turn it down. See, like you don't want it to be, these are powerful so that you can put them further away from you and they will still be effective. But where my space is so small, I don't need it turned way up. I would certainly, if you do decide to invest in a key light, anybody, I would start out with just the one. Don't buy 2 of them. Buy 1, mess around with where you want to place it a little bit and the brightness levels and stuff, and then decide whether or not you need a second one. Yeah. I said, you know, as I said, I have a key, an Elgato. I have an Elgato key light, a fancy brand name key light, and they are spendier. They're spendier than some of the alternatives that you might find, say, like on Amazon. Don't break the bank. Anyone here have a husband that loves to buy you gifts of tech, but then doesn't also set it up? You have a stream deck you don't use? How many buttons does it have, Teal? What version do you have? I'm actually thinking about getting a second one. Wait, how come I didn't know about that one? How come nobody told me about the 69 button? Okay, I have the 15 button one too. Hit me up, Teal. I love you, and I will help you if you need help. I will say this. Occasionally, I've had problems with their software. Just occasionally. I had one blip with their software that I had to figure out on my own, and it took forever for me to get it figured out. I wasn't able to update the software at all, and it was due to some file names being wrong. So you should do a stream after the new year teaching us all how to set up our new stream decks. I need to actually like redo mine. I had a bunch of stuff set up in mine, and when I had computer issues and I tried to uninstall the Elgato, the like Stream Deck software and all that other stuff, I lost a bunch of my files for my settings for my Stream Deck. And I just have not had time to like completely redo it. So, I have actually considered doing some tutorial content for people who stream, specifically relating to charity stuff. And in particular, Tiltify, but it could apply to other things as well. Specifically Tiltify only because that's the platform that I have used, generally speaking, but also just kind of trying to come up with, you know, effective ways. Did they really, Teal? Also, things like, how do you help a nonprofit get on Tiltify? Because it's not that difficult of a process for them. And depending on the organization, it might work quite well for them and pays for itself rather quickly if some people get together. They could even do a campaign that is specifically, the goal of it is to pay for the service. Please, I want this hot cunt. Deal, did you get me to say that? Cont, like content. Seriously. It's not that hard to get set up with Tiltify as a streamer, and I don't know how long it takes after they apply for it. Teal, do you happen to have a relationship with this nonprofit and know anything at all about the window of time it took for them to get approved? That would be a good question. But I'm in the Tiltify Discord, and I'm sure that they would be happy to answer that. I'm sure they'd be thrilled to find out that I was considering making content. You asked them about it in March, and you got the notification in like October. Yeah, you prefer yours on ice? Nothing more variant? Maybe you like it frapped? You don't know when they applied for it, of course. Right, it could have been as little as like a few days. You never know. Tiltify just has an absolute like glut of tools for you to use. It is not the only way to do things. And if nonprofits are not interested in using Tiltify, they shouldn't, you know, feel pressured into it. But for people who do live content to be able to fundraise, particularly on Twitch, it is a really awesome option. Oh, really, Petey? I wonder, though, if they are older ones, whether or not they use bulbs that burn out fairly quickly. Your org did want to do research to make sure Tiltify aligned with their mission, so they could have taken a few months to apply. Yeah, There are other platforms that are not 100% nonprofit, not even 25%, that they're taking like almost half. Cautious who you choose to work with. There was a big controversy surrounding a platform recently that was supposedly, and I don't know the exact numbers, but around half of what was being raised was going to the organization and not to the charities. And people didn't realize that. And when that came to light, people were very upset, rightfully so, that they had been led to believe that the contributions that their community members were making were going directly to these charities, and they were not. Not all of it. And this brand turned around and rebranded themselves, but didn't make that very obvious. And I've been approached by them under the new brand. And it's not clear in any of the messages they've sent me. Or I've been approached by people who are using it, using this fundraising platform that has been rebranded in an effort probably. I'll say it. It's Brandfluence. And they used to be Soft Giving. This is very public knowledge. I'm not spreading misinformation or anything. And again, it is not at all like wrong to run your business that way per se. What is unethical is not making that crystal clear. And then, you know, you rebrand and people don't know who you are. It's just sneaky. It's trying to avoid the negative attention that you got for doing something that was not right. So I would not recommend working with them personally, from what I know. I've never worked with them, but I will not because of that whole situation. Personally, I'm not trying to pick on anybody that does work with them. I'm not trying to call anybody out for working with them. Maybe they've done their homework and their research and they still want to work with them because they feel that they are still doing a lot of good. Completely understandable. But when something like that happens and they turn around and they decide they're going to rebrand without being, like I said, above board and transparent about it, that is not okay with me. And I won't ask you guys to support. You know, some of these charities, I don't know if they work with multiple brands. Or platforms, I should say, with multiple platforms. If there is a charity out there that you like and they're not already working with Tiltify, I would encourage them to. Yes, you can also run a fundraiser for charity through your channel. You can do a fundraiser directly through Twitch. A lot of nonprofits have well over 50% overhead. It is very true, and doing your homework about this stuff is important. And again, like I said, I've looked into certain charities and noticed that they have higher overhead than maybe would be considered, you know, completely ideal. But I think what they're doing is super important. And part of that overhead is recruiting and attracting and retaining people who have talent and skills and experience that pushes their mission further. So there's lots of factors to consider, but you should do what's right for you. And if you look into the numbers and the information and you do your homework and you feel comfortable with your decision, that's all that really matters. But I don't like the idea of companies pulling the wool over people's eyes, taking advantage of their better nature, their desire to help others, and not being 100% above board about what they're doing. So that whole situation definitely put me off of their brand. Again, maybe you feel like working with them would be worth it. And if you know what you're doing going into it, that's a whole different situation. But what they did before was not okay. And companies make mistakes. People make mistakes. Before your late father got your mom the 4 key lights, you got a key light for your mom that came with a way too powerful bulb and the whole key light caught on fire. Oh my gosh. Hopefully no damage or injury. And I've said this too, and I really do encourage it. Local stuff. Super important. Just like the things we do here. If you're like, oh man, I can't run like a whole charity campaign on a stream. Maybe there's something real small but very impactful you could do for a local organization. Maybe you could do 1 day's worth of community service. Maybe you could go to an after-school program that helps kids who are struggling with their academic skills and do some tutoring once or twice a month. Maybe you could help out at a food bank. Maybe there's a place that offers mental health resources to people that need someone just to come in and do filing and copying. Giving Tuesday is coming up. Share links to your favorite nonprofits. Yeah, in people's Discords that have areas for that sort of stuff. And we do have a charity channel in our Discord. You're welcome to talk about it here too, but the only thing I worry about with that is, well, you're missing out on all the people who couldn't come to this stream. Plus, the link isn't static in a place where people can find it later if they need it. So I would encourage people to use those channels and Discords that are specially earmarked for this sort of stuff. Or Insta stories on your own socials. Sharing to your own socials the platforms, the causes, the specific events that are meaningful and that you think deserve attention. So all that stuff. These are all things that I would cover in content regarding how do you use your platform to help others and how can you make that effective and also sustainable, because something I have encountered over the last couple of years is I feel a sense of guilt not doing the same exact events every single year that I've done before. But then I become then I'm approached by someone who I appreciate and respect, and I understand that they are asking me for help because they see me as someone who could be helpful. They are paying me a compliment for sure when they ask me to become involved with their charity stuff. But then I'm adding and adding and adding, and there's only so much we're capable of. Ads in 3 minutes. Thank you, Miro. So something's got to give. You either need to say no to the new thing, or you need to say, okay, I'm going to have to cut back how much attention I give to this other thing. And that can be very difficult. Because who wants to sit and prioritize? Like, which charity deserves my attention more than the others, right? It is hard. So don't feel bad sometimes saying, I'd love to be involved, but I can't. Or I've already done something for this particular charity. I'm going to move on to something else. Your mom was lucky to be 1, using the key light in an open space, and 2, having an extinguisher right in the room to put the fire out right away. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad that it didn't end up causing any major damage or injury in particular. Things can be replaced. People cannot. So, don't stress too much over the charity stuff. Honestly, would be my #1 advice when it comes to like every single last thing being perfect, because what you are doing is devoting your time, energy, and attention to something for the benefit of others. So please make sure you pat yourself on the back if you do any kind of charity stuff, whether it's locally, a little pat on the back, a little one. Not tooting our own horn per se, but just be kind to yourself. You can't possibly do everything for everyone. Baby steps. For example, I have no choice but to shop online for a lot of things because of our location and the fact that I don't drive and all these other things, right? I could make different choices, but they would be extremely burdensome. Let's put it that way. I would be killing myself to be able to try and shop or to like sew everyone's clothes in my house. I don't have time for that. With kids that grow as fast as mine do. So rather than beating up on myself for making use of, stuff like shopping online and less expensive clothing that comes from, who knows where, probably not here in the United States. I try to mitigate that by shopping at some local little like thrift stores and things like that, and making purchases from small businesses locally as well as online, and wherever possible, giving gifts to people that I've either made myself or supporting another person who makes things by hand. And then, we still get our kids the toys that come from the big box stores or order them online and junk. It just... The modern world is not set up for us as everyday people to be able to successfully avoid that stuff most of the time. So you need to do what you can do. And if you find yourself capable of, like, either little by little or even all at once, cutting that stuff out of your life, like, you know, shopping on Amazon or whatever, I applaud you and I admire you. But one thing I don't feel is appropriate is guilting other people when they find themselves having a hard time with that. You want to help them? That's one thing. How does one oven a burrito? Have you never heated up a frozen burrito in the oven? I do not understand. You're fine, Miro. Level 11. This will be our last round. How does one not eat a whole burrito? No, like a frozen burrito. Reheat? How do you have leftover? Ugh. How many margaritas did you have, Teal? You're like, just one? And it was like this big. Really? Oh, man. I grew up on it. You blocked your waiting for rain shawl. Now to decide which day/time to go to Walmart and not get trampled. Oh, God. You've never had Taco Bell? Here's the thing, okay? Taco Bell is not real Mexican food, right? Doesn't mean you can't enjoy it from time to time. When you're stuck with choices that are only fast food, I'm probably going to pick Taco Bell over a lot of other things, depending on what's being offered. You love more of the giving part more than the getting part on Christmas Day? Yes. I don't care about gifts at all on Christmas. I also like giving them. I would gladly do away with the whole practice, frankly, because I prefer to give gifts randomly and because I feel like it and not due to some extraneous, you know, whatever. But it's okay. It's what it is. And I do enjoy the anticipation with my kids and how much excitement they have for it. So it's not about me. Presents are not what matters this holiday season. It's food. Food is what matters. I'm right there with you. I'd rather worry more about the food and the gathering and the company. Ella, have a lovely walk. Thank you, friend, for being here. I appreciate you. You don't do gifts. You bake too many baked goods and bring trays with to-go boxes. I would so much rather that than any item purchased from a store, probably. If you bake for me, that's love. If you prepare any kind of food for me, yeah. Hey, I'm watching you people. What's up? How did you get Vroom right away? So royal. Yeah. How did you get Vroom? That is too funny. I need to finish this Pokeball, so I'm gonna crochet while you guys are playing. Okay? I have an idea. We've done this before. Wait. I think I'm doing this right. Hold on here. Need to... Yeah. Oh, it's delicious. I got a really good deal on some organic Guatemalan coffee at the local like discount grocery. You know, it's like totally unpredictable what's going to be in there. Sometimes I go in there and it's all just like K-cup pods and like U-ban and like flavored ground like Dunkin' Donuts pre-ground coffee. No, again, if that's what you buy, I'm not picking on you. I'm kind of a little bit of a coffee snob. But I try to budget. So when I find that they have something really tasty that's cheap, I'm really excited. You know, it's probably maybe past its prime as far as like freshness, like when it was roasted, but you know, maybe one day I'll be able to just, yeah, no, well, it is a thing. So at the same time, Lotus, do you know there's like any number of Dutch Brothers locations in Portland? Like there's plenty of people who don't care. There's tons of Starbucks. There's areas of town where there's like, you know, the whole joke about there being a Starbucks across from a Starbucks. That is a thing that exists in Portland. So many Dutch Brothers, Starbucks, Seattle's Best, Pete's. Like in downtown, there's plenty of chain coffee places, just like there's like a lot of little tiny ones. What's going on here? I'm doing something wrong. Am I supposed to be... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, no, I'm supposed to do decrease and every other, like one single crochet decrease. How come I ended up with the wrong number of stitches at the end of this round? Oh, that's where it was. I think I did 2 right there. 2 single crochet instead of decreasing. I think I know where I made the mistake before. Sometimes you go on autopilot and you accidentally repeat what you were doing on the previous round, because see, now this time it worked out. Methods. 5 letters or more. Five letters or more. Moths, M-O-T-H-S, is going to be up there. We got homes, modes, domes, D-O-M-E-S. Dotes, already up there. Motes, M-O-T-E-S. Hosted, H-O-S-T-E-D. That'll push us over. Thank you, Miro. Demos, there you go. Speaking of charity, we're getting ready to do our 12 days of streaming event to benefit Starlight Children's Foundation. If you're not familiar with them, Starlight was founded in 1982 with the purpose of delivering happiness to hospitalized children. And how they do that is they bring custom hospital gowns, handheld and portable gaming rigs, art supplies, books, little red wagons, all kinds of cool stuff. VR technology. What they do helps kids that are stuck in the hospital have some healthy and positive distractions to have a little bit of fun. And we watched a video the other day where the parents talk about what a relief it is for them. And I personally, thankfully, have not been in the shoes of the parents that can speak about Starlight's services. But as a child, when this happened, my finger... I had to go back to the hospital after contracting a very serious bacterial infection that very nearly cost me my life. Like, if it weren't for modern medicine and IV antibiotics, I might not be here to speak about it. And the worst part of the hospital stay, because I had to go back for 2 weeks to have the IV antibiotics and observation to ensure that the infection had cleared. It was the boredom and the loneliness. It was so hard being in the hospital and away from my family and all my things. And, you know, I had a very patient nurse who taught me to make tissue paper flowers with my hand in the dressing for the wound still, maybe even like healing from the amputation and trying to clear the infection. And I ended up with a hairline fracture from my wrist to my elbow. GG's, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, level 20 is pretty awesome, y'all. And that nurse was a gem of a human for doing that. But what Starlight does is they make that much, like, huge shout out to the doctors and nurses that work in those pediatric wards and are helping those kiddos, you know, to get well. And also that's a part of getting well is happiness has a direct effect on outcomes, on health outcomes. So feeling like people are trying to help you have a respite from the pain, from the discomfort, from the, you know, the anxiety that comes with being stuck in the hospital. It's extremely helpful for a lot of reasons. So hearing the parents talk too, like I said, about how amazing it is for them to, like, see their kiddo have it, you know, have the first smile they've had since they've been in the hospital. Tales from the Front Porch. I like this name. Thank you so much for the raid. What's going on? Vex667, T McDuff. Welcome in. How are you? Tales from the Front Porch. Thank you for the raid. It's your podcast. Hi, Paul. What's going on? That's so awesome. I'm like, these are all not first-time chatters. What's the deal? It's because they're your people, and you're so awesome, Paul. Thank you. Paul, we opened one of the blind boxes. We opened one of the blind boxes of the Midnight and Friends. Guys, this is Paul Pape Designs, who I got to hang with for just a second. I didn't want to take up too much of your time while you were working your booth at TwitchCon. So I opened it for our moderator, Puffles, because she won it. She asked me to unbox it, to open it on stream. I said, are you sure? Or do you want me to just send it to you for you to open? And she said, no, I want you to open it. So, let's not ruin the packaging. This is what Puffles got. And this is such a cool idea. What did you talk about on the podcast, first of all? Also, Paul, you get to pick my toppers, and I still haven't emailed you. The Paul bot. It's very cool. This is a rare one? Awesome. See, I just thought it was such a cool idea what you were doing that I was like, I don't care what this is about. I'm going to buy at least, I bought 3 of them. And I'll read what's written on the side, which we've read before, but I'll read it again. A portion of the profits of toys will be donated to the Black Cat Rescue, a no-kill foster-based rescue for black cats. Black cats are less likely to be adopted than other cats. Please consider purchasing one of these figures created by Xander Pape to help the little black kitties of the world find a forever home. Check out facebook.com/Black Cat Rescue for more information. $3 from each purchase of these boxes goes to Black Cat Rescue, which I think is just such a cool idea. And I think you were talking... Hi, Chick Drummer! I think you were talking about... Can we get a shout out for Chick Drummer, please, when that's possible as well? Thank you for raiding again. Thank you again for your raid last night, Chick Drummer. There was a lot going on when you raided in. It was like right at the end, everyone decided to pile love on the channel, and I love that. You already did it. Oh my gosh, like 7 minutes ago. Thank you. Thank you so much. Miro's like always one step ahead of me. Are these for sale now? Where can people pick these up? You only made 6 of this particular one? How cool. This got buried last night. We met this guy at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. He makes comics to bring awareness and raise funds for animal rights. SigmaComics.com. Very cool, Chick Drummer. Paul, tell us what you were talking about on your podcast. And is there some... Yes. Let's get you a permit. Oh. Are you where can people listen to the podcast? Are you saving VODs to Twitch under this? Let me make sure I'm following Tales from the Porch first of all. Followed. Thank you, friend. Are you also perhaps uploading? We can get you another permit if you have like a YouTube or somewhere else. Are you doing it on Spotify at all or anything like that? Let's get people following you anywhere else that you're posting content from that. And also at Paul Pape Designs, like click his name and follow him. You just chat about what's going on, do some ATA jokes and movie reviews. Oh my gosh, why is my brain not thinking of what AITA stands for? We are everywhere you listen to podcasts. Very cool. Do you have a website for the podcast? What is AIT? Oh, I was like, I know this acronym. Why is it? That's hilarious. Talesfromthefrontporch.com. Let's go. Everybody, check it out, please. I almost typed Tales from the Font Porch. What's with this song? What's up, Epidemic Sound? Weirdos. Let me click on that link again for... Maybe I'll make a command for your blind boxes because we still have 2 more to open up that I'm holding on to for milestones for St. Jude, possibly. Oh, why can't I see it now? It's got to be in here somewhere. This is what happens. I should have copied it before I found it. That's so cool, Paul. Well, I'm looking forward to checking out the podcast. Thank you for bringing people over. Hello. If you are new to the channel, I'm 9.5. I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me this nickname many years ago. Yes. 20 whole years after the accident happened, and incidentally, 20 years ago today. Yes, I'm that old. It's fine. You could say that the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. We have a read video for you guys, and Paul, you're our first read of the day, I believe, right? Am I hallucinating? It's all blurring together. Yes, you are. So yes, if you want to pick my pair, and I still need to talk to you about the paratoppers. Brutal. Please enjoy this raid video, courtesy of my amazing friend, Jonathan X. Ruth, who is available for commissions if you want somebody to do this kind of thing for you. I really love this. I feel it's important to show it to you so that you understand exactly what you're getting yourselves into. I refer to it as a warning-tisement. Yes, equal parts warning label and advertisement. This is evidence, video evidence, of how fond we are of fart noises and rubber chickens. I'm freaking out right now! I'm fangirling! You have no clothes on! No! Get supported, nerd!
No flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. Ah!
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? You're doing so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
That's either going to convince you to follow or to leave. So, by the way, Luca, thank you for the follow after the raid. I have coffee beans. I have buffalo plaid. How fine a detail are you capable of something like this? What's the process like for making custom versions of these, Paul? Could you do some? I was thinking, I was like, well, we've been making a bunch of Pokeballs, and I do love Pokemon. It'd be kind of cool to have some that had little Pokeballs all over them. Or like all the evolutions. Or yarn balls. You can print whatever. Whatever. Like, I love Little Shop of Horrors. It's my favorite musical. I was like, ooh, it'd be cool to have like Audrey 2s on the sides with like the tendrils all. That's so cool. I love Little Shop. That's my, I was Audrey in high school in our production of Little Shop, and I have forever loved that musical ever since. And I encourage any of you that have never seen the Broadway production or like a live production of it, go see it. Just know the ending is not the same. You just need to know which frame I got, the Wanda. I need to hit you up in an email. I'll find your email from your website. Is that the best way to get a hold of you, or is Discord better? You tell me where to find you. So I have the Skulls and Roses, the Arcade Maze. Okay, cool. Email from your website. Buffalo Plaid, Coffee Beans, Irises, Pop Art, Rainbow Knit, Cats in Yarn, and a lot of these cats are little black kitties. Here, we'll put on this one because of Black Cat Rescue. Does that work for you? I got Mint Sparkle. I have the Party Chicks. I have the Batgirl. I have the Purple Sparkle. And the Cheetah Spots. Cool. Thank you so much for the read from the podcast account. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Paul's really funny, very entertaining, and very talented. Guys, please make sure you're following both Paul Pape Designs and Tales from the Front Porch. Do you actually stream it? Is it like, do you do it on your front porch? And it really was a pleasure to be able to meet some people who I've known through the platform for a really long time while at TwitchCon. And hopefully I wasn't like painfully awkward, because I feel like in person, I'm like way awkward. A long time ago, but now at your desk. Cool. Because you said you've been doing it for a decade. That's very cool. I've thought about how a podcast could be kind of fun. Our friend Moar does a lot of podcast style streams on his channel. I was on Crossing the Streams with Moar, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend following Moar if you're not already. Devotes his platform almost entirely to featuring other people and talking to them about content creation, which I think is a valuable thing for a lot of us. And it's like platforms, it's people like Moar that are the places where it's really, you know, sort of like encouraged for you to talk about and ask questions about content creation and get, you know, feedback. And I think a much more effective way of learning and all that than like trying to sift through the thousands of, you know, YouTube creators that start out like this. Hey guys, it's your boy fill in the blank. And I'm here today to take up 10 minutes of your time watching this video before I get to the point. Bye, Paul. Have a great lunch. Thank you for, again, for bringing people by. I appreciate you. Very much. Okay. Sewing the button on this is going to be a thing. And then we're going to be done with Pokeball 7 out of 12 for Isabella. Oh, yeah, and I need to talk to Paul about some other stuff. Professional stuff. What's up, Christy? How are you? It's doing okay. You know what? Actually, you just reminded me. I was going to look for, because I took my gloves off and I put them in my pocket of the jeans that I was wearing yesterday. So I need to go find those jeans because that's where they are. You guys didn't yell at me about the Triceratops onesie. Did you forget too? Let's try it on and make sure it fits. Or I take the tag off. Do they go raw? I mean, who knows what they sounded like? Oh, yeah. It's honestly maybe a little bit big, but that's okay. Oh my god. What is my life? Like, arrange my tail. I'm gonna need to crochet a Triceratops now, huh? I like Triceratops. I will say I feel like I'm like right on the border with these between the small and the medium size maybe. And so I'm kind of getting like a little bit of like lines on my hands where the holes for the fingers and stuff are. Oh, wait. Are what on? Are what on? No, I think these are okay. I'm just saying, I honestly think a medium might be too large. Maybe. I think they're supposed to be a little on the tight side, right? You know? They're supposed to be snug. So they have a size guide. How do I do this? Yeah. They have a They have a size guide. Oh my god. They have a size guide on the packaging, and I held my hand up to it, and they want you to measure like from here to here, and my hand just fit in the small. So I think they're supposed to be snug. I think this is the size I should be wearing. It's just like I'm maybe like just slightly between sizes maybe. Thank you guys. Thank you for another onesie to add to my ever-growing stable of onesies. Also a thing that if you'd told me would have happened to me like many years ago, I would have been like, what? Hey, Isaac, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us today. Ooh, 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 ayo. Yeah. We had a little hype train at the end of stream. And now we got a raid right now. We had a little hype train at the end of stream last night, and I was like, I can't change onesies and stay on for another half an hour or whatever. I need to go to bed. So I told them they could vote today. So this is what they voted for. Hello, Doom Knight. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Welcome, readers. Thank you so much. I appreciate the raid. I hope you had a great stream. If you haven't been here before, I am 9.5, and I'm called that because I am missing half a finger on my right hand. No. Doom Knight, go take good care of yourself. Raiding and running is totally fine. Thank you for explaining. It is helpful to know, oh, they had to get going. You know, like, it's no big deal even if people just have to go. But yes, I totally understand. Please go get some food. No. No, sorry. You need to eat. Don't make me mom you, Doom Knight. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. If you came in with Doom Knight, thanks for coming on the raid. Thanks for giving the channel a chance. I appreciate that a lot. We create mostly fiber arts related content here on the channel. I have been streaming for over 5 years now. I have a background in theater, as well as a 25-year veteran of the restaurant industry. But I have a bachelor's in theater. And we got partnered in February of this year. So in a couple of months here, in like less than 3 months, we're going to have our first partner-versary, which is kind of cool. But when I first started streaming on Twitch, I streamed, of all things, Fortnite. I'm like a Fortnite mom. I'm that mom. The other parents are like, that lady is kind of weird. She plays video games. with the children. I'm the mom, you know, they overhear yelling at my own children in Fortnite. I carried you for 9 months inside the womb. Why do I have to carry you in this video game? And they're like, you're not spending the night over at her house. Yeah, we're busy that weekend. I'm like, what do you mean? We need to grind the battle pass. So, thank you for coming in on the raid. I am a member of the Twitch Women's Guild and the stream team for the Twitch Women's Guild. Also a member of Team Moco Loco, recipient of the 2022 The Game Hers Creative Streamer of the Year Award alongside keyboard building streamer Shinshin Wong. We tied for that award. Shinshin is awesome. You need to check Patty out. On a lot of teams, like that command says. And we do a lot of charity stuff here. We've raised over $63,000 for various charitable causes over the last 5 years. Thank you so much to our amazing community for all that help that you've provided for people in need. For a variety of causes, including St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Three followers away from 1K. Wow. Miro, thank you so much for pointing that out. Guys, can we help get Doom Knight? Can Doom Knight come back from getting food to 1K followers, y'all? Two followers. Wait, am I following? 1. I'm 999. Who wants to be 1,000? Who wants to be 1,000? Can we get there? Let's go. Doom Knight was playing Hollow Cure and also plays Asphalt Legends and RoboQuest. Awesome. Thank you guys for helping our new friend get to 1K followers. That's so awesome. Thank you, Muriel, for pointing that out. You were 998? Awesome. Excellent. Who was the lucky number 1K? Was it you, Pix? So amazing. Very kind of Doom Knight to raid, and we do love helping each other out, so congratulations to Doom Knight. You feel special. Oh, I love being a big round number follow. I love it. I'll get on socials and be like, I was your 100th follower. Like a giant dweeb. PD Doom Knight might not respond because they did mention that they needed to raid and go get some food, but when they come back, they'll have that nice surprise waiting for them. Very cool, you guys. Thank you so much. We do love to help each other. Hi, Rue. I love you, Rue. So we do have a raid video. Speak of the devil. Here comes Rue, who put this raid video together for us. So if you're new to the channel, I do love to show this to people. It is absolutely everything I could have asked for in this type of video and then some. And I didn't give... Rue and I have known each other for a long time, right? So that's helpful. When someone knows you and knows your content well, it's going to be that much easier for sure for them to do this kind of work for you like Rue did. But like, I gave no instructions and she just put the most magical homage to our silliness and our craziness and my ridiculous antics and occasionally excessive use of close-ups. She did such a great job highlighting that. So I call it a warning enticement because yes, after you have watched this, you may get a tiny glimpse into how fond of fart noises and rubber chickens we are. Please enjoy. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it.
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? You're doing so hard!
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Do we even do show and tell yet? It's been a day. I'm just tired. I don't think we did show and tell. Did we do show and tell? There's nothing new in there, so it's okay. If you guys want to do show and tell, we can, but there's nothing new in there from last night. Cooley, I wish you luck with that. Please be careful. I just really, honestly do not want to encourage anyone to try anything that might hurt them. Please, chat. Don't hurt yourselves. So I'm sewing the button on this is the 7th Pokeball that I'm making. For a set of 12 that was bid on in a Tiltify auction to benefit St. Jude. And the winner was our friend _Isabella, who recently started streaming. You should give a follow to because they've been so incredibly supportive of so many of us in Makers and Crafting. And I deeply appreciate their contributions to our fundraisers, especially, but they also choose to show a lot of love to the channel as well, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you for shouting out, Isabella. Oh, there is something there now. Ooh, yay. I may very well have made an enormous Lego purchase yesterday. Listen, Christmas is coming, okay? And they had they had triple VIP points on something that I ended up getting for myself. 9 Fartarlight. 9 Safartlight. Yes. Butt spot. Indeed. I have to say I'm not sure if I've noticed a huge difference, honestly, Ella. So the jury is still out on that one. Yeah, I've just Pix, my right wrist has been bugging me, and I almost wonder, I'm like, man, is this like, you know, hey, if you have an injury earlier in your life, regrettably, if you're gonna develop arthritis, chances are that arthritis is gonna be, I can't get this to, you get in there. Exclamation point holes. I mean, what? Sorry, debated. We don't have that here, but they sure do have it over at So Royal.
Hey, yo.
Love you so much, Pex. This coming Sunday at twitch.tv/9.5. Are you going to be live? You should if you want. We can talk about it privately if you prefer, but entirely up to you. I would love for us to stream together if you would like. All good either way. I appreciate the heck out of you. Pix is going to help me finish the cross-stitch design so I can start the Starlight piece. Only 1 year after people made the... God! All right, I'm just going to cut it here. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm struggling with this for like no good reason. I was thinking, in case you want to do any thinking about it or whatever, a little bit different style of font maybe for the next size. If that's, we haven't decided that. I realize that, and we can always, you know, nail it down live. But it's too short. It was too short. This was like longer than it, so it would not have stayed put. I suppose I could have done one of these. I just thought of this. Could have done one of these, put it through there, and then I think I know what you're talking about. All good though. Okay, this one's done. Yeah. You're like, I like figured that out as I was saying it's too short. It won't fit. Okay, we have 3 red ones already. So we need, wait, did I open this from like the wrong side? I think I did. I got these on Amazon. Let's do a green one. Isabella said, please just do even amounts of the 3 colors of these hooks that you have. And these are kind of fun. Because like, look, for this in particular, I can just go right here through that middle 6 magic ring. Done. Oh, awesome. I appreciate, I seriously, I can't thank you enough, because, you know, what you're doing is you are devoting time and skills that you have honed through practice and probably lots of mistakes that you've had to fix and a learning curve and all that other stuff to do with like using the software and all that stuff. You're devoting that to our charity cause. And I appreciate you so much. I hope you know that. So that's why I relentlessly shout you out in here and promote you and tell people last night that they should find out where they can follow you here and also go sign up for Ribbler. And I didn't update that because I wanted to leave it there like that because it has Pix's Twitch. Get appreciated, nerd! And Ribbler, which is where... Did you see where I ended at last night? You want to see it, Pix? Look, it's coming along. I will say this velour yarn. Someone asked me last night, how easy is it? How is it working with that yarn? Again, if you have never worked with this yarn, I might steer you toward doing the blanket yarn that Pix suggests for this particular pattern, only because I think that the blanket yarn might be slightly more forgiving of frogging, which you may end up needing to do a couple of times if you misread and you forget and you do the same row a 4th time instead of just a 3rd. You use burnout blanket, right? And the velour yarn will work great. And we were even talking about, like, could you make these into blocks that you sew together and turn into a blanket? Like, absolutely. Could you do corner to corner of these and make a maybe like a slip cover for like a square pillow for certain? Of course you could. You could take this chart that he made and cross stitch it. It's pixel art, so you can make perler out of it. It's really cool how many crafts. Diamond art, if you wanted to do like a bespoke diamond art design, is really cool how many crafts can use these same charts and you can just translate it straight into, yup. I was like, ooh, could you do corner to corner of this and make a bunch of different ones and make a blanket? You could make it out of this. I maybe might decide if I were going to make a blanket out of this particular yarn, and not do it corner to corner, do it this style. I might decide to line the other side with a nice light cotton fabric. like mini pillows. Sure, we were talking about that, Noki, or holding two yarns, holding yarn double or treble, to make a little bit thicker of a fabric, that also might not show stuffing, so you wouldn't have to put, like, you could just stuff it directly. Because, like, you could put a pillow form filled with stuffing inside of something like this. The only problem with that is you're going to need to make sure that that pillow form fits the measurement, the finished measurement. Everyone's tension is different and all that stuff. But yeah, this is turning out really well, and I'm super excited because I'm going to make this and I'm going to gift it to my hubs for Christmas. So you are actually helping me finish a handmade gift for a loved one. Thank you for giving me access to it and letting me test it for you. It's not a hard project in terms of time and size. I will say if you've never done color work before, it might present a little bit of a challenge for you once it's released to everyone, but you should try it anyways. Nothing wrong with stretching yourself. No, I'm not. No, Space Hobo, but thank you. Any hoozle. Yeah, and that's just it. See, this is why I keep touting you to everyone, because you are genuinely excited for people to just have fun with creativity, and I think that's really important, and you don't gatekeep it, and you want people to enjoy their crafts their way. And you might have opinions and things you recommend and ways that you would do something or approach something, and if someone asks for your advice, you'll share it. But it's not in like a, yeah, and if you don't do it this way, you're a loser. Like, there's none of that. Yeah. Be careful, though, because if you go in there, he will roast you. Lovingly. You will get told to get clucked. If you catch my drift. Look, you kicked my butt and I did the thing. So it was effective. And because I knew it wasn't meant to make me feel bad at all. It was more like, woman. I love you too. Thank you. Please, if you would follow my socials, I'll be posting an announcement to socials later today, with a graphic, to hype up hanging out with Pix on Sunday. And, I'm going to make an event in the Discord, which I've been really trying to like be more on top of that stuff. And like, you go to Pix's Discord, which is an awesome place to hang out, by the way. And, you know, he is very good about making sure that event announcements are up so that you know what you're going to find on a particular day. And of course, you know, things happen and sometimes we have to rearrange our schedules. But I will say this, while I understand completely, like people will come in sometimes and they'll be like, well, I wish I could be more consistent, but I can't because of XYZ factor outside of my control. And I want you to understand, this is something we aim for, and it certainly can be very difficult for some of us. So you shouldn't take it personally when someone recommends that you try to apply those principles to your work. It's merely pushing you to excel, and I think that's a good thing. I'll be live probably for a bit beforehand. I'm ignoring my mods. What do you mean? What's happening? I never ignore anything. I never miss messages in chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi again. Sorry. Your parents were calling you for like 10 minutes, so you had to go to dinner. No, don't even worry about it. Did you happen to take a peek at your follower count, Doom Knight? Miro's bossing me around about hydrate, redeems, and stretching. Okay, I read all of this. Not reading the stuff about having a clip redeem and being a queen out loud. Nope. I'm telling you right now. We talked about this yesterday. Queens have a lot of responsibility. I don't want all that. When will you go live? So noon EST, right, Pix, is when Pix is going to come on. Have you used Guest Star or Stream Together at all, Pix? Maybe we need to do a quick... Art and Just and I tested out Stream Together for half a second. Look, what's the difference? I'm not sure if I understand why there's two separate things. Hi, Rin. Yeah, Doom Knight, congratulations. Like, we're just some small part of that, right? 1K is a big deal. That's an awesome milestone. Okay, yeah, let's maybe pick a time when we can do that. And I think... I'm not sure how Brenda did it without actually going live. Stream Together is both of us streaming. Oh, that's right. Do you... Okay, it's entirely up to you, my friend. I would be happy for you to be live as well. But if, you know, if it makes things simpler or whatever, you can just be a guest. Okay. And we do that over there. We do that over there with Pix sometimes. Pix anytime. Please. I know some people are worried about... You can always ask. If I tell people no, just understand it isn't personal. We have ads coming in about 3 minutes. 3-minute ad break. Yeah, Rue, I would say at this point, if anybody's interested in doing that, it may have to wait. Ella, I still want to try to do something with you this month. This month has flown by and it's been really awesome, but it's also been very hectic and it's on the heels of so many other things. I really had grand plans to like try and bring a bunch of people on the stream and stuff. It's just coordinating that kind of thing, and it's the holidays. And no, it's not stressful. Arid, welcome, and thank you for the lurk. Ella, it's not stressful, and I love you, and it's long overdue anyhow. Ella, message me your availability and what days would work best for you for a co-stream, collab. I hate that word. Ugh, Miro, I'm trying. I think having the foot pedal set up is going to help a lot with the streams where multiple people are live, because I'm not sure why, but unless I have Discord in the foreground, the hotkeys I have set up for muting and deafening in Discord they don't work consistently. So I'm hoping to be able to reliably set that up. Because if you're like super good friends with another content creator and they make it clear that it's fine with them if you chat with your chat and you acknowledge support events and raids and all that stuff while you're streaming with them, that's totally fine. But the accepted etiquette procedure, whatever, is like, you know, I'm talking to Pix. We're like, ha 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 ha, remember that time when I talked about how my husband is like a certain type of barnyard animal? And then I get a raid. The polite thing to do that you're encouraged to do, like as a professional, is to mute yourself to their audience. Thank the raiders. Depending on what's going on, maybe even mute and deafen so that your audience can only hear you. Welcome people in. You know, maybe let your friends know who you're co-streaming with, you're collabing with, whatever. Hey, I'll be right back. Welcome everyone in, talk to them for a minute, and then come back and be involved in a conversation with another person live on your stream. Again, some people are like, oh, I don't care. You talk away to your folks. When you're on another stream, you always watch their chat like a hawk so they can thank/greet. If you do aspire to, at some point, push this to the next level and to try and fashion yourself as a professional broadcaster, it is just considered a courtesy. And it can be difficult. if you're getting a bunch of raids and you're streaming with other people and there's stuff happening in a game and you're talking, it's a lot going on all at once. So from the audience perspective, being polite and respectful when the person has that much stuff going on and not becoming impatient because, you know, you feel like the streamer's ignoring you. Like, yes, if it's something important, of course, you know, you could type your message again or ask a moderator to get the streamer's attention or whatever, but using that sort of thing sparingly too. Because sometimes we feel like we're being pulled in like 15 different directions and we're trying. And we're not ignoring you on purpose. Rue. This is so cool. I'm so glad you decided to do this. How fun. Which set is this? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the ad break. I mean, Rue has a sub badge, but I realize there's people who might want to look at this. Imagine ads. Imagine ads for Zam's stream. Zam, can you make some fake ads for your stream, please, to play on your stream? Can they be like... Azure Koi, welcome in! Zealous Zam is the ad you thought. You already have it. What are you talking about? Raid call? But is it like, did you like film an ad? Wow, how long have I not known about that? No, not a redeem for you to play someone else's ads. I mean like fake ads for your stream. Or is that what you're saying? I've never seen it. How come I've never seen it? I can't tell if he's trolling me. Azure Koi, welcome in. Thank you so much for bringing people by. We were just looking at this Discord show and tell here, but I'm gonna hide it for a second while I welcome you in, and we'll get back to it. Hello, everybody. I'm 9.5. If you've never been here before, I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. There's still people who have known me for years that when I do this intro now are like, oh my God, I had no idea. Oh, Zammy, I love ya. Guys that stream at night, it's hard because I can only be in one stream on my phone a lot of times. You know I love ya. Still behind ads. Okay. Maybe I should wait. It's so hard. Like, I can't, there's no way for me to tell people, hey, wait just a minute to raid me because I'm in an ad break. You're a PG-13. Thank you for the follow, Fickle. It says 30 seconds of ads left. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Thank you very much to anybody that, you know, puts up with the ad breaks when they're in someone's stream that's supporting the stream. Or if you sub to Turbo. Hey, Catty Pigs. Okay, it says the ads are over, so hopefully you're out of ads. And thank you very much for coming in. Again, Azure Koi, thank you. I think we had just started that ad break, and we do them in blocks. Freed from ads, out of ad jail. Fickle Crafter, thank you for staying through them. And thank you for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. I'll start over because I launched into my spiel, not paying attention. And my amazing moderator, Mira, was like, lady, they're stuck in ads. And we were doing Discord in ads. So I'm called 9.5 because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me this nickname many years ago. Yes. Thankfully for said coworker, I have an excellent sense of humor, and the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. That's the story behind the username. I've been streaming for 5 years. We got partnered in February. It was a very long, very arduous road, but I've loved every minute of it. Streaming in the creative categories is it can be tough sometimes in terms of viewership, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I love it here. We've raised $63,000 for various charitable causes over the last 5 years. Thank you so much, chat, for all you've done for charity. Answering the call and saying, yes, we can help. And then we were also named 2022 Creative Streamer of the Year for the Game Hers Awards alongside keyboard building streamer Shin Wong. And recently, we were accepted into the Twitch Women's Guild. So I'm a member of a bunch of different awesome stream teams, including Team Moco Loco, which I absolutely adore, but also the Women's Guild. Zam, stop arguing with Pix. You know, Zam, Pix has a sword in here. Teach me how to RPG. Pix is just asking you to spend quality time with him. He just wants you to suffer, Pix, like he has. When it comes to games and content creation, Zam just thinks everyone should suffer. You just want a hug? Push the button, Zam. Oh my goodness, Mike. Hi. So, Azure Koi makes really cool stuff, and you guys all need to be following. Do you have a link to a particular spot where you would love people to come and check you out, like a shop? Wink, wink. Or maybe you might sell needle minders? Wink, wink. Or anything of the like, or like an entire repository for your links. Okay, Zammy, bye forever. No! Azure Koi. I should have specified. AzureKoi.com has it all. I should have asked you to ask us for a permit. It's a... Thank you, Miro. No, it's not your fault. I didn't specify. I should have told you, Zam. If you have a sub badge, you can post links directly to chat. That's to keep, like, you know, the, like, roaming, malicious, you know, buy followers and primes, etc. That kind of garbage out of the chat. Or the occasional child who decides they're going to come in and be like, can you watch my YouTube video? And we were talking about the, like, kind of blatant self-promo stuff earlier, how it's really not okay. And I try to be patient and understanding and kind about it and not haul off or get upset.
Another one.
Pix, thank you.
Pix _ feels good man gifted a tier 1 sub to Azure Koi. They have given 40 gift subs in the channel.
Who are you? Hi. Can I be mod? Going live on my... Yeah. Whether that's meant to be humorous or not, that's the kind of thing that's going to happen now when stuff is said like that in chat. Mentioning that you are currently live, asking me to raid you, saying you're leaving to stream... Please just don't. It's not polite. It makes us wonder if you're just here for your own personal gain. We do so much shouting out here. We try so hard. I've realized I need to be firmer about this boundary. So please, please don't do that. I think the person might have been trying to be funny, but we do have front page promotion. Could be somebody deciding, oh, I'm going to troll now because the topic was brought up. Yeah, absolutely. So Azure Koi, we stopped doing the redeem for every single raid because it's a good problem to have. Where there are too many people. Oh, I didn't realize I was wearing 2 of them. Yeah, let's just not even give it any more attention. And if you want to rethink your decision, maybe we would consider, you know, letting you hang out, but like definitely 3rd time's the charm. I know, and I understand that. And I know that most people don't mean anything by it, but I'm telling you, there's professional courtesy at play, and that kind of stuff is going to negatively affect people's perception of you at some point, right? And so we made this command because it's super important that people understand. And I encourage any of you that have not read that article or never read like an article about Twitch etiquette to give that a look. Please do. because first of all, it's just not effective. Many of us, when we feel like someone's fishing for a raid or whatever, we may not say anything, but in the back of our minds, we're already saying, well, that's definitely not going to be my target today. And I would also maybe mention and highlight the fact that when you're live, you should be focused on what you're doing, your content, your channel, and your chat. And, you know, there's exceptions here and there where, like, I might hop over to someone's channel who's live and they know I'm live, but I'll never go in there and mention that fact. And I said this before, and I'll just say it one more time. There were people when I first started out who knew me for months before they found out I was a streamer because I liked what they did and I just wanted to hang out with them, and I didn't go in there for the purpose of self-promotion. I went in there to support them. And if they happened to find out that I was a streamer and they decided to turn around and reciprocate that, I was thrilled. But otherwise, I didn't expect it. Yeah, it's really awkward. It's extremely awkward for us. It's like, okay. You know, even if it's not that direct, it's still pretty awkward. Please don't. There's so many better ways for you to achieve what you need to achieve with your content. I'm telling you. And you'll feel good about it too. And maybe it's my fault for being too lax. Maybe I'm the one to blame. What did I do here? I'm messing up. Oh, yeah. So these are, thank you, Pix. These are the cats in yarn. Awesome, Ella. I love you. Thank you. I did something wrong. Do I have to frog this whole thing? I messed up, y'all. I just, you know what? We're so early on in this. I'm just frogging it. When I'm that early on in a project, I just frog. It's fine. Ooh, my kids are going to be home soon. I need to go make sure the front door is unlocked for them. One moment, please, chat. So yes, these are really fun. I love them. I have the Wanda base frame. Using the loom requires a lot of rearranging. I'd love to learn how to weave, but I don't have the space for it right now. Honestly, I can't do that until until either I have a separate studio space, which we've talked about. My husband and I have even talked about it. I'm like, it's a lot of money per month. And he's like, yes, I know, but it would free up the basement to put the boys down there, give each of them their own room, move Ramona upstairs, which I think would just be better for everyone. And I'm like, I know, I agree, but it's just like the cost of renting out a separate space or building out a separate space is just like not really something we can bear right now, but maybe we'll get there. Your mom would have kept that door locked. Oh no. Yeah. All right, I hear the bus outside. I'll be right back, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. One moment, please.
Ooh, piece of candy. 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 Ooh, piece of candy.
Hello, welcome to 9.5 Kitchen, where we're going to be making the most basic ass Midwestern chili you've ever seen.
Are they doing
They're having a bit war.
Okay.
Hey, you're supposed to, you know what?
Do more bits!
No. Somebody clip that. Clip my kid going, do more bits. Yeah, you're like, get good, Jess Martin. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Tysees. It's so hard. How are you supposed to do that in creative? It's an unrealistic expectation.
Knock, knock.
So, shh. Would you like to tell a knock-knock joke?
He just got double shushed.
You got double shushed. You got shushed in stereo. Clip it. You got shushed in stereo. Ha! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, good save. That was my fault. I have reflexes.
They're ewy. They're ewy. I don't like them. Mommy,
Whoa!
Mommy, I wonder if I like them. I'll get some milk for you. It's too hot.
Oh my god. Hey dude, I like spicy stuff.
You like it? You're gonna have a yucky face.
That escalated quickly.
Mommy, had the cut.
I'm never coming out. Oh, that's rich. Tumble, did you wait? Tumble. Did you really think you were gonna get me to be quiet by saying shh in my chat? Yes, all the lulz. Are you clearing my... Raz... I think Raz was just clearing my,
So this is a game to you guys, huh? You think this is all just fun and games? There's people out here with reputations at stake as Stream Raiders partners. I need to see every single one of you out there with at least 6 units. I want to see everybody placing 69 units apiece in this battle. I want 420 units on this battlefield. Stat! You heard what I said. I'm not saying it again.
them. You look really nice tonight, me. Thank you. Yeah. There's a kid screaming in the background. Clip this. Well, I wasn't gonna come back after today when she spilled her coffee everywhere and then peed her pants a little, but now that there's some free stickers.
Lotus, it's okay, Lotus. It's okay. A lot of people don't notice me. I still love you, Lotus. Don't worry. It's like a lot of things. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Hi, welcome to my channel. Flattery will get.
Hi. What was I doing? What were we doing? Pix gifted a tier 1 sub to Azure Koi. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pix. Big love to you, friend. Any primers in chat? Go use it on Pix. Do we need to have a field trip? We didn't. Thank you. I was like, we were doing something that I stopped doing. Thank you. Easy, young lady.
Why does
It because it's just how it works. Because it's how the toy is assembled. I'm actually gonna probably try to sew this down. How was your day? I didn't get to ask you. How was your day? Was it good? Did you have a good day? Okay. Moni, mommy's office. Please don't grab things down off of my shelves. Please don't take things down off mom's shelves. It is a Gundam Hello Kitty. It sure as heck is. Oh my goodness. That is mom's tuxedo mask costume that I wore on Halloween. You wonder if any Twitch channel does show and yell. They just put on metal music.
Let's Gundams the Jang Gigant the Jang Gundam the Jang Gigant.
Oh my god! They put on metal music and yell about things they put in Discord. Like Gundams. Or like Jang sent me last night. An image. I should share it in the show and tell. You guys got to see that because we started talking about Gundam water slides, but then we were that means like putting the stickers on with water, but I was like, wait, are we talking about going down a water slide in a Gundam suit? Or are we talking about a water slide that is a giant Gundam? And Jang made it. Jang made the image, and he sent me 2 pictures of Gundams that are water slides, and it's a thing of beauty. And I'm like, someone needs to make this real. It's a wig cap. That's not yours. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You can borrow it. You can borrow it. That's my red cup. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. My 13-year-old is trying to commandeer my red cup that my husband brought me home from Starbucks. I don't think so. Mommy, don't play that. When you Google Gundam slides, you get slippers. Thank you, Robot Wizard. Thank you for 2 months. You want a onesie? Okay, well, Christmas is coming.
I want a unicorn onesie.
Oh my gosh. See, you guys think you're chaotic. You got nothing on my kids. But, Azure Koi, what were you doing on stream? Did you even tell us that? And did I maybe miss your message if you did? So, yes, I did make this. It is a paid pattern. And if you want the pattern, it's by... the name is long and I have a hard time remembering it. But you could Google Hello Kitty Gundam Crochet and you should be able to find it. Yes, dear. Yes, we are going to do the Bob Ross Chia Pet. Weaving. And you got 15 inches done on your scarf. Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, I would like to learn to weave. It'd be a lot of fun. Well, I mean, I know the basic concept behind weaving. I'm talking about buying an actual loom. You don't know how to weave? Child, you may have gotten it from me, but I will virtually smack that hipster attitude right on out of ya. What do you mean? Everybody knows how to wave. Your loom fits at your desk. Do I know anyone with a 3D printer? Wait, what? Discord show and tell. We hadn't finished that, so let's do it. Okay. This is so cute, Rue. I hope you had fun. Rue started doing Lego, guys. Super excited. Only a bit left to work on the left front piece, and then you move to the increases. Very cool. This is beautiful. I like this shade of blue. You 3D printed this loom. No way. What do you mean winces like he's gonna get hit? PTSD? What are you talking about? Weaving is so cool. It's on your very long list of things you want to learn. I know, traveling tatter. What? Have I been in this thing for an hour? Like, not even.
Project.
No, not right this second. We could do it in a bit. Uh-oh. What happens when we talk like that? Does it get us what we want? I made this window display. Awesome. It looks really good. Very cute.
Pretty, please.
So awesome.
Pretty, please put the cherry on
Ramona,
top.
baby, I love you, and I want to do that with you, but not at this moment. I will help you with it. Ramona, I'm going to ask you for a favor. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. Isaac, if you want to throw something in there, that's fine. But guess what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end for now because yesterday when I was trying to help her with this on stream, I realized that not only is that extremely difficult because she's in my lap and I'm having a hard time. I know. I just wanted you to know. If you want to post in there, we'll look at it first thing next time. She deserves my attention and my focus when we're learning something. And yes, it's fun for you guys to see her learning. And I love sharing, you know, teaching someone, particularly a young person, because I think that that takes a certain approach. But she deserves my time and my attention and my focus just as much as anybody else in my life, right? Yeah, I know you guys understand. And I told her that just now. I'm like, I'm going to end my stream so I can teach you crochet because you're important to me and I'd rather be focused on you. And then we can sit next to each other because down here, super cramped. I need to really like work on this space. You can see it. There's like a mess over here and it's okay. I'm not one of those people that's going to be very good at having like a perfectly arranged space all of the time. I've made peace with that a bit, but it doesn't mean I can't improve on it. So I'm also going to try and take some time to do that. I'm going to do my social stuff for our stream this weekend with Pix. I have some stuff to do also to get ready for 12 days. So I'd love to keep going, but we're going to go ahead and end. This week is also going to be a little bit up in the air in terms of stream times and such because we have a holiday. Wait a second. You're getting ahead of yourself. You're going to lose these things if you take them out right now.
We need to go to
Maybe we go tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. She wants to go see, what is it called? Wish. And I'm excited to do that with her. I told her I would take her to a movie, just me and her. Maybe Dad and the boys can go to a different one if they want to, but I told her we could have a movie date hopefully this week or this weekend. Yes, but maybe they might not want to go see Wish. Maybe just you and me. Maybe you, Mommy and Moni have a movie date. Wouldn't you like that? I would like that.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Aquarium date. How fun. Yeah, and we were talking about trying to get out and go do like some walking, jogging, running, some kind of family exercise. Again, thank you guys. Thank you very much for the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, all the support for the channel. The financial support is extremely important for me to be able to continue to do this. However, time is something you'll never get back. It's just white noise to me, Lotus. You know this, right? I'm just gonna keep talking through the fart noises. I love you. The toasted subs, the pressed subs, the footlong subs. Indeed.
How are we gonna sit next to each other?
Upstairs. Our aquarium has a play area thing. Oh, cool. And the kids are always so sweaty when you leave. Just like dunk them in the tank, right? It's fine. Thank you guys for all the fun last night. I had a blast. Thank you for the raids today. Thank you to those of you who shared your communities with us today. Super appreciate that. Azure Koi, Doom Knight, 1905, and Tales from the Front Porch, which is our friend Paul Pape Designs podcast channel.
What does that say?
Thank you, those of you who spent time with me, no matter how much time that was. And always and forever, huge love to our mods. We love you. Thank you for helping keep this space welcoming, inviting, and helping keep things rolling along smoothly. I'm super appreciative of you, particularly this month. You've had additional stuff on your plate, and I do appreciate you. Thank you for putting mod love in the chat, everybody. All the love for our mods. You guys are all incredible, and I really do feel very fortunate to have such a fantastic community. We read it out to someone, not Women's Guild. So our Women's Guild raid train person today, we're not officially on the raid train, but every other stream or so, I have been attempting to contribute viewership to the Twitch Women's Guild raid train that's been going on for the last, like, I don't know, maybe about a week or so. It's coming to a close pretty quickly here. But Gray Overcast Art was on the raid train, and I see Gray over in Why So Thirsty's channel. Why so thirsty? Because I don't know, maybe we exercised earlier in the day. Maybe Why So Thirsty loves hydrate redeems. You never know. Aw, Zendy. Yes, also when you hug Karen, she doesn't eat your hair. Purportedly. What is it? No, baby. Honey. Okay, we gotta go. Child is letting me know I need to pay attention to her. With 2 Ys. Why So Thirsty with 2 Ys. Please come with us on the raid. It is so awesome to bring people over, have them meet friends from wherever it is. But especially coming over and helping me support my friends, my fellow broadcasters in Twitch Women's Guild. It really means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to them. And the guild is accepting applications from affiliates now, affiliates and partners, all 3 of the guilds. And if you need that app, this command will take you to the link for that. Please don't hesitate to apply. Even if you don't get in on the first try, I don't know if there will be a way for you to reapply at some point. Why So Thirsty is where we're going. They are playing You Are My Mario Sunshine, it says. They're just chatting, but it looks like they're playing some Mario, which is cool. So please, please, please come with us. Say hello. Refresh your view count. Put the read message in the chat and show them the kindness and the love that you're so incredible at showing me. Please also do that for yourselves. Self-care is super important. I'm going to go spend some quality time with my kiddo. Maybe get some stuff done for Thanksgiving. Maybe even squeeze a nap in this afternoon since I didn't get enough sleep last night. Please practice self-care. It's very important and you are worth it. Love to all of you. Thank you so much for spending time. Doom Knight, congratulations again on 1K. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you guys over there. Bye.